Hello everyone. Welcome to Coloring with Ivy. Today we're going to be working on this mushroom page from my book, Ivy's Superb Swatches. It's available out now on Amazon. I will put a link to the book in the chat room. If you're watching me, feel free to come by the chat room, say hello. Let me know what you're doing today. What are you coloring on? Last week we talked about the importance of picking out your coloring swatches and different swatches that you could use on mushrooms. And today we're going to demonstrate one of those, at least. Hello, Piggy. Welcome in, welcome in. You are the first one here today. I'm still trying to get set up here just a little bit. We did a little bit of this last night live. Hi, Mandy. We don't have Malcolm here with us right now. He's off napping somewhere. But last night, boy, I tell you what, we had Malcolm all over the place. Yeah, I was just running a little bit late today. You know how sometimes that goes. There we go. Got a variety of music that we're going to be playing. Yeah, you were. Literally the minute it came up, Piggy, you were here. Now, the light is reflecting off of this page a little bit because I have some... I got a little bit more I want to get done here on the background. We worked on this last night. Just smoothing things out. And when you hold it in the light right now, it's gotten really shiny from all the blending and everything that I've done on it. Hi, Nikki. How are you today? You can see the shine now on the paper. Background's coming along nicely. There's just a few little places here that I noticed. Need a little bit more blending out. Like I said, I am particular about certain things, and this is one of them that I'm being particular about on this page. I really want the background to shine, literally. Thank you. Hoping we have a good stream today. YouTube's been doing some updates this week. People have been having some problems. So hopefully we won't have any problems. Hopefully they're all worked out now. Last night we got a disconnect and then we got a weird clicking noise for the rest of the stream, and that was not fun. Yeah, YouTube is shocking at the moment. You know, it tells me last night I got 1,200 views. That new way of counting views is crazy. But hey, I'll take it. It did. I do think that something is going on with the algorithm, though. I got 6 new subscribers last night. What a great night that was. Hi, Jane. How are you today? Just finishing up just a little bit on the background. Blending a few more spots out here right now. You know, sometimes you can get over picky about something, and right now I know I'm over picky about it. Thank you. YouTube is supposed to double check your notifications, turn them off and back on again, and update your YouTube, because they did do a big update this week. They're changing how views are counted, and they reorganize the algorithm again, because I can tell how they, you know, looked at the numbers, you've been doing this after a while, you can tell even without an announcement when YouTube changes something. And they definitely have. So, update your is my best suggestion. All right, let me get this out here. Oh, I didn't keep a copy of my own typed page. Ha! That's all right. This flower, or this mushroom right here, we're going to do with the Happy Hippie color combination that we came up with last week. Go away, fly. Fly away. Which is canary yellow, pale vermilion, magenta or pomegranate, light aqua, and peacock blue. All right. So we're going to start with canary yellow. Wow. 5 times already? Oh, that is crazy. Wow. All right. For those of you who don't remember, or were not here, this is the Happy Hippie color combination that we're working with. Razzia. So we're going to do something similar to that on this bigger mushroom here. Okay? And if that fly doesn't, we might have to get out the fly swatter. So we're going to start with some canary yellow. We're going to kind of do a tie-dye sort of effect here. Remember, this is a practice book. Practice, have fun, play around. That's the purpose of this book. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to change your mind. All right, now we got to find some pencils. Let me get colors out here. Can't be organized every day, guys. Pale vermilion. That's poppy red. That's carmine. That is permanent. That is orange. It's cadmium or hue. Pale vermilion. There we go. While we've got the colors out, we'll go ahead and pull out magenta. Oh, magenta's already out. No, it isn't. That's mulberry. Magenta. Magenta. Or pomegranate. Pomegranate is a good substitute for magenta. They're pretty close. Light aqua. That is true blue. That is cobalt. There is light aqua. Peacock blue. I look up and I see spiders have 2 kinds of lungs. They need. Okay. Who's got a spider bothering them? I'm looking for peacock blue. That's violet blue. Did y'all hear that I brought in some extra Prismacolors this week, and I found one totally unsharp, and then I found a backup to the violet, and I thought to myself, wow, I really must have liked that color at one point in time. They're both still Sanford pencils. Sanford is who owned Prismacolor. Color became Prismacolor Premier and the processing moved to Mexico, my pencils, a lot of my pencils still made in the USA because I've had them for so long. And I decided in the end that we're going to go ahead and use the pencils because that's why I bought them for so long ago, was that someday I could sit down and use them. I just didn't think it would be this far down the line. Where is Peacock Blue? There it is. And that is Peacock Blue. And if we want a darker shadow or shading on this one, I would go with Indian Throne Blue to add shadow. Let me find the Indian Throne. That's ultramarine. There it is. Nope, that's purple. That's dioxanine. You know, if it wasn't for my pencils right around in the box, it wouldn't be my show. Okay, let me see about the spiders. You used fly spray on a spider, and I swear you just laughed at me. Oh! It probably did. It probably did. There it is. I already had canary pulled out because we did canary in the background. Handy that, huh? All right. Pale vermilion. This is from my dear friend Pamela. This is part of what came up with pale vermilion. Adding it to this combination. We have a running joke with the artistic biker about vermilion. And did you know, this is me, on the pencil itself, it has two L's and two I's. Vermillion. That is how it is spelled on the pencil. On the official listing on the website, they dropped one of the L's. I had the hardest time getting the AI to acknowledge that this pencil exists because it wanted to argue with me that it was a different pencil because it was spelled differently. And I was like, do you want a picture of the pencil itself? And then the AI conceded that I was the expert and it was not. I'm working with this pencil for a minute now, dude. I know how it's spelled. Both spellings, by the way, are acceptable for spelling vermilion. But at first the AI tried to argue with me about its spelling and that it was a totally different pencil. And I'm like, no, dude, it's not. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was at that point that the AI conceded that it didn't know as much about Prismacolors as I did. AI is often used in coloring for color suggestions, or how do you color this, or what should I color? AI is often used to draw coloring pictures. Imagine that. AI is always used when you upload a picture to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube even anymore. AI looks at it. And there's been some discussion still about when when is AI acceptable to use in coloring books, and when is it not? And guys, I'll be the first one to tell you that AI assisted in this coloring book. Some of it is hand drawn, some of it is not. And last night we kind of got into a little bit of a testy discussion because somebody asked me, and I get asked this question all the time, did you draw that? And we're going to talk about this today because it's still on my mind. And draw anymore does not have the same meaning as what it used to have. And the better question to ask the artist that you love or that you enjoy is, how did you create that? When you now ask the question, how did you draw that? Or did you draw that? You are implying if they created it in any other manner, but with a pencil on a piece of paper, that you don't value their art. That is exactly how the question now comes across. And that's why I got testy last night. I've been asked that question about 1 million times. I've been upfront that this book is part AI, part hand-drawn, part digital. Make no mistake about it, if it was 100% hand-drawn, I'd be shouting it from the rooftops like I did with my other 2 books. But the whole point of this book is to practice, and I'm not going to spend a year developing a book by hand when it's a practice book. It's not practical. You don't get that value for your money, so to speak. My time is worth more than spending a year drawing all of this by hand. Asking your artist if they drew something. It's a loaded question these days with all the discussion around AI. And that's why I got testy. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the discussion. You either like what somebody produces or you don't. We all know that I can draw by hand. We've seen it. And it's not like nobody knows who I am. You found my chat room, you realize I'm a real person who made a real book. Doesn't matter how I made the book. It's a cute book. Anyway, I just had to throw that out there. Don't ask people anymore, did you draw that? Just ask them, how did you create that? It opens up the discussion. It puts you on a more even keel with the artist in the fact that you are open to all methods. If you decide afterwards that you don't want to support that artist, that's fine. But when you come in with that question anymore, it is seen as an attack on the artist. And that is why I absolutely hate that question anymore. And technically, yes, I did draw it. Because if it wasn't for me telling the AI what to do, it wouldn't exist. Hi, Audrey. Nice. If you want an original artwork from me, you're going to be waiting a while. I don't do originals very often anyway. Not anymore. I don't do commissions. And I rarely have an original for sale. I would rather y'all buy my books. But books are not a high profit item. Let's start there. Books are not a high profit item. This $30 book only nets me $10 in profit. The other 20 is Amazon's. Okay, let's put it simply. Yeah, it's a coloring book. It's a coloring book. Is the image pretty? Okay, cool. You know, before AI even came along, let's take AI out of the equation altogether. Okay, when you went into Walmart and bought a coloring book, you have no idea back then who drew that coloring book sat there with a pencil on paper and drew that book. Why? Because at that point in time, there was such a thing as digital art. And they may have well been sitting at a computer or a tablet using a stylus and drawing that coloring book. Let's take a step back further than that. Before computers, Asford does this one because she promotes it. You see it on her channel all the time. They'll put one piece of paper over another and trace it, and it is still considered hand drawn. So the definition of hand drawn has changed through the years. And if Joanna Basford can have a team of people and still be considered hand drawn, why am I not given the same grace? When I tell you it's a combination. Why are other creators not being given the same grace? Yes, there is some AI out there that is absolute junk. I'm not denying that. But for others of us that you can come in my chat room and ask me exactly what it is that I'm doing and how am I doing it. And I'm one of the few that sits down as a creator that also colors. Give me some grace. Did you draw that? Oh, I hate that question. I hate it from anybody, by the way. It is the most annoying question that I deal with. No problem, Jane. No problem. Hello, Audrey. Did I say hello? Yeah, it's a coloring book, guys. Is the image pretty? Do you enjoy it? Do you ask yourself when you buy stickers, was that generated by AI or hand? Or the magazine that you pick up, or the paper that you scrap with, or the images you see online every day that you go, oh wow, pretty. It's just an AI is just another tool, guys. Is it good art or bad art? Okay, cool. I mean, anymore, that's what has to matter. Is it good art? Okay, cool. Why is it different that I had a computer draw the lines rather than my hand? You know, we haven't even gotten into the I've got nerve damage in my hands. We all know that. I had a bad car accident. My hands can't do what normal. Wow. Well, that was weird. It didn't even give me an. It didn't even tell me reconnecting that time. YouTube's in some troubles.
This ain't a bad life in this open land. It's me, mama, and dirt road run along. Old AM song. Windows down, dust in our clothes. Mama and dirt road. No clock to mind, know where we gotta go. Laughing while the tall grass bends. A small town boy where the red clay shows. Me, mama, and dirt road.
That's why I warned, hey, YouTube's been doing some squirrely stuff. And that was just an example. It didn't even give me a warning.
Points out fields where she ran as a kid. Creek bank rocks where the county fair stood. Tells me stories of flatbed stage where folks stomp boots on a summer day.
It didn't even give me an error message that time.
I look up as we roll on past. She says, son, remember when life runs fast. These roads are where
It just very much feels like an attack anymore. With the question, did you draw that?
windows down, dust in our
It's a loaded question.
no clock to mind, know where we gotta go.
Some people are adamantly against AI. They need to catch up
Just a small town boy with a red
and stop being so angry.
and dirt road. She
I'm sorry, but back off. Let people do what they want to do. You can support it or not support it, but if somebody is here that you know is already created with AI, don't be attacking them and don't be lecturing them. We've done already had the debates 5 times over 500 anymore. I'm done tired of it. Is it a pretty picture? Cool, let's color it. Should we not color Kirby because he goes out and photographs things and uses those for reference? You know, where do you draw the line? I really got to thinking about it last night. If it seems like I'm defensive, it's because I am, and I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. You know, this has been an ongoing issue now for almost 3 years. Time we let the steam out of this issue. AI is not going to go away. Every major company in the world now uses AI in one form or another. And I am one person. I don't have a team of people behind me helping me, guys. And coloring books are not a high profit item. They're not. One makes coloring books because one likes making coloring books. You don't make it for me. Hello, how are you? Thank you. All of our music is done by Gaming with Just Joe. We do have a variety. Some of it is instrumental, some of it is upbeat, some of it has words, some of it doesn't. It's all got a groovy vibe, though, as far as I. You know anymore where it has that label that says AI information on it? I don't even click on those anymore. I don't even notice those anymore. Style so walking barefoot. I really don't. I don't even pay attention to them anymore. I no longer care. I literally no longer care. That is how long I have been dealing with the topic. We're just blending this all together right now with the canary yellow. You know, earlier we blended with the blending pencil. And we may still do a little bit of that. But you can very well also always blend with the lightest color that you're using. It'll give all of the colors a slight tint to that color. It will not change it, completely, but it does what I call it marries the colors together. We all married now. Happy marriage. You've got them all now singing in harmony. These are the bad jokes. And then, to bring that color back up a notch, you just go back over it with your colors. And this brightens them back up. You saw an AI commercial. I'm probably sure that I've seen about 1 million of them by now, but what do you mean you saw an AI commercial? But yes, how did you create that is a much better way to ask somebody what their creative process is. I guess I don't understand the marrying your colors like that. Is that what you're asking about, Audrey? About blending them like that? It works best with Prismacolors. I will say that. Your wax-based. Okay, wax-based pencils, you're actually physically putting wax on the paper and blending it together. Okay? You're physically putting it on the paper and blending that material together. You can see the deposits on top of the paper. You can lift the wax back up off the paper with an electric eraser or other formats. When you use an oil-based pencil, oil tends to soak into the paper as opposed to laying on top of the paper. All right? This works better with wax-based pencils. You can do it with oil-based. It's not the same feeling and it's not the same quite effect of it. I don't really like oil-based pencils. I don't really generally use them. I do not like polychromos, for example. I hate them because they're not wax-based, because I'm not mixing the actual physical pencil together on the page. They work differently. But marrying your colors together can also work in watercolors. Where you put down one color and then you put another. And every single color on the page will have a little bit of that mother color in it. And that is where this technique actually evolved from. Does that make sense? You get better color harmony when you marry the colors. Colors look like they belong together when you marry them. A color that may be slightly off can be corrected by marrying it with the master color. Right? It does work best, I believe, with Prismacolors, but you can do it with other pencils. Your results may vary, but you can blend with any color pencil. That technique is valid. You don't have to have a specific blender pencil if you don't want to. You know, you can actually blend your colors too with a paint thinner is not the word I want to use. Gamasol, which is basically paint thinner. It melts the wax and the oils and turns it more into a painting. But I think that technique works better with oil pencils than wax pencils. Again, that's my opinion. And I don't use it. I don't use any paper with my colored pencils unless I'm using watercolor pencils. Wax and water don't mix. It's also why I don't use oh, well, where was I going with that? Now I've forgotten. Colors are more oil than wax. As a matter of fact, I did bring this in the other day. My Color 120s. This is my Color 120s. Why is that looking stupid? They do come in a carrying case like this. As you can see, I have really organized them. Again? Wow. I'm telling you, YouTube this week is insane. Okay, these are my colors. These are polychromos than they are Prismacolor. They're harder. They're not as soft. They don't contain as high of a concentration of wax as the Prismacolors do, or even another wax-based pencil. These are more akin to polychromos. And I can only say that because I have both Color and polys. And Prismacolors, obviously, so I can make that comparison. I would definitely 100% put these in the oil category. Oil pencils are harder than wax pencils. And this is definitely a hard pencil. Produces lovely bright colors. You cannot blend the same way with oil pencils that you can with wax pencils. It don't work like that. I've tried about 1,000,000 times. It do not work. All right, Audrey, bye for now. Now, I do want to I have heard that the new Woomers are more like Prismacolor than the colors. I do not yet have any Woomers. They are next on my list as a pencil to try. They are more budget friendly, a little bit more budget friendly than the colors, so that's why I want to test them out. In October, they're supposed to be releasing their 150 set on Amazon. That's what I've heard. And it'll be around $100 from my understanding. They do have some smaller sets, but I don't believe, let me go back to their website. I don't believe they have just a color set. Let me see. I couldn't find it on Amazon anyway. More colored pencils. All right. They had a special sale on their website. 150 colored pencils with 45 acrylic markers was $100 on their website. As last I knew. Oh, you can buy it at Out and Out. You can buy it again. It is no longer sold out. It is no longer sold out per their website. Okay. If I had it, I would totally buy it. Oh, Stella, that's exciting! Congratulations! So here, let me bring the tablet over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. This is the Woomer website. Woomer. 150 colored pencils plus 45 acrylic markers. Oh, come on, focus. You can now buy it again. It was sold out there for a minute. But these are new. This whole 150 set is new. I don't know what the new is going to be on them. Single pencils of Woomers are 95 cents on their website. I don't know what their shipping charges are like. Let me see here. You can get the 72 colored pencils for $40. You can get just the 17 new colors for $20. $56. 133 you can get $89.98, but I don't see just a Woomer 34 colors, $20, 72 colors, $40, and then they get into some of the singles. But I don't see just a 12 color set here in their offerings. And I wish they offered just a basic 12 set, and they don't. Not seeing here, here, let me hit on open stock. Filter, no, sort by. That's everything that they have. Or all the open stock. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 pencils showing on their website as open stock. I don't understand that. Or are they saying you've got to... Oh, there you go. Oh, I get it now. They've grouped it into 8 color families. That's what they've done. So I guess if you wanted to get a set of 12, you'd have to make up your own 12. What is shipping? Shipping policy. No, I want to know the cost. Under $15 is a flat shipping fee of $15. Ouch. So the minimal shipping rate from the Woomer website is 15 bucks. Wait a minute. Yeah, and then orders of 15 to 120 is $7.99 shipping. Free shipping applies to any order over $120. There we go. $8 for shipping, basically, if you spend more than 15 bucks. Well, if you only want pencils, that's a problem. Because it says here, orders under 15 bucks is a fee of 15 bucks. I don't care that I get a premium gift set. I don't care. So there we go. Now we know. I wouldn't even know what colors to pick to begin with. I would have to go through this with a fine-tooth comb and really figure out what it was I wanted. Do they have an actual set color chart? No, they don't. I am not seeing a color chart on here. I don't see an actual color chart, so. Anyway, those are on my to try next list. But I wish that they came in 12, 24, 36, 48, 72, 120, 150. I wish that's how they were sold. But the fact that you can't buy a smaller set bothers me. You'd have to make your own. They don't have a standard 12 color set. I wasn't finding one on Amazon, and it's good to know it's not on their website either. And I'd also rather order from Amazon than an offsite. I am weird that way. You know, us artists, we're eccentric anyway. We have our quirks. Marry your colors. And it doesn't have to be a lot on top of there. It really doesn't. You know, at that point, you're not trying so hard to put color down as you are to blend it all together. I also think it's easier to remove wax pencil than it is the oil pencil. Let me put it this way. Oil pencils still, oh wow, what the heck? What is going on today? Again, we're back to this. Wow. Wow. What the heck? Glad we're not doing anything important today. Wow. Hold on. But the louder all that living got, smaller this heart became. Till I caught beside the riverbank and let the silence steady and kind. To do said your word mine. No more proof. Let's try. This piece is mine. Wow.